Imagine the perfect tomato harvest. You have been dreaming of these ruby red gems all winter long. Now, imagine that entire harvest wiped out in a single week. Blight, pests, and exhaustion can destroy your plants just as the fruit begins to ripen. It is heartbreaking, and it is a waste of your time and money. But here's the good news. This is usually caused by one specific mistake. Many gardeners plant their tomatoes in the exact same spot, year after year. Today, we are going to fix that. Welcome to the Don't Do This guide. We help you avoid the common gardening mistakes that hold you back from success. We want you to have a lush garden with less effort. If that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button right now. Today, we are breaking down why moving your tomatoes, a process called crop rotation, is the secret to a massive harvest. Let's get into mistake number 1. The first mistake is ignoring the invisible enemies hiding in your soil. We often think that if the soil looks clean, it is clean. But fungal diseases like early blight and septoria leaf spot are survivors. They don't just disappear when the snow falls. These pathogens overwinter on old plant debris and in the top layer of the soil. They are waiting for a specific host. If you plant a new tomato in that same spot, you are serving it up on a silver platter to those dormant diseases. The infection starts before the plant even flowers. This creates a cycle where diseases get stronger and more aggressive every single year. Eventually, your plants won't stand a chance. The solution is simple. Starve the disease. Pathogens usually die out after a few years without their preferred host. Move your tomatoes to a completely new bed. Aim for a 3-year rotation cycle to let the soil sanitize itself naturally. Mistake number 2 is underestimating the appetite of your plants. Tomatoes are what we call heavy feeders. They aggressively suck up specific nutrients. They are hungry for nitrogen, phosphorus, and calcium to build those big vines and fruits. If you plant them in the same spot, the second year's soil is already tired. By year 3, that soil is completely depleted of what tomatoes need. You might try to fix this by dumping expensive fertilizers on the soil. But this can lead to salt buildup and chemical imbalances. Instead, don't fight nature. Follow your tomatoes with plants that are givers, not takers. Plant legumes like beans or peas in the spot where your tomatoes grew last year. They act as a natural recharge station. These plants work with bacteria to fix nitrogen from the air back into the soil. They prepare the ground for your future crops for free. Mistake number 3 is making life too easy for bugs. You are essentially building them a permanent hotel. Many tomato specialists, like the tomato hornworm and Colorado potato beetle, are smart. They plan ahead for their offspring. At the end of the season, they drop from the plant and burrow into the soil right below where they ate. They sleep there all winter. If you plant a tomato there again in spring, breakfast is ready the moment they wake up. You have eliminated their travel time. We want to make them work for their food. Don't give them a permanent address. Plant crops that tomato pests hate. Root vegetables, onions, or garlic are excellent choices for that spot. When the pests emerge and see onions instead of tomatoes, they are forced to travel. This exposes them to predators and reduces their numbers. Mistake number 4 is often overlooked. Destroying the structure of your soil. Healthy roots need to breathe. Tomatoes have a specific root system. Growing the same root type year after year affects the tilth, or physical texture of the soil. The soil at a certain depth can become compacted. This hardpan layer stops water from draining and prevents air circulation. When water sits stagnant, it rots roots. Your plants drown in the very water they need to survive. You need to use different plants as nature's tiller. Rotate in crops with vastly different root structures. Deep taproots, like large radishes or carrots, drill down through the hard soil. They naturally aerate the ground for you. Finally, mistake number 5 is a mindset issue. It is thinking, I have a small garden, so I have to plant in the same spot. Disease does not care about your square footage. In fact, in small raised beds, pathogen concentration happens even faster. If you are totally out of ground space, the solution is not to reuse the infected soil. The solution is containers. Grow your tomatoes in pots or grow bags. But here is the golden rule. Use fresh potting mix every single spring. This gives you a sterile, nutrient-dense start. Do not reuse last year's pot soil for this year's tomatoes. Dump that old soil into a flower bed or use it to patch holes in the lawn. Give your tomatoes a fresh start every time. So to summarize, moving your tomatoes is the easiest way to prevent disease, confuse pests, and keep your soil powerful. It is not about having more space, it is about being strategic with the space you have. Your reward will be a harvest that tastes better and lasts longer. If this video saved your future plants, please hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel tremendously. And drop a comment below. Be honest. Have you been guilty of planting in the same spot? Let me know. Thanks for watching the Don't Do This guide. See you in the next video.